And then I'm gonna share my screen. And everybody, I would say, you guys did pretty good. On your boards, I want you to write the correct answer. This was one type of question you may have seen on your quiz yesterday. 10 times what is 30? 10 times what is 30? Write your answer on your board. So Charlie, can you get out your big math board? And Serene, can I see your big math board? You are to write. So can you write the answer on that and hold it up? Awesome. Wow, great participation. Lucas, are you ready? I'm going to pull out of the can. Serene, 10 times what is 30? How many 10s are in 30? 10, 20. We should have gotten what? 3. So if you were confused on your test yesterday, I'm going to give you a chance to do it again. You'll know if you need to do it again. I'll let you know. If not, then you rocked it, so you don't even need to worry about it. But if you saw something with a missing factor, all you have to do is use that inverse. Think of how many 10s are on 30. Use division to figure it out. Count by 10s, 10, 20, 30. Okay, the next one. Same thing, just with a different number. 80 divided by what equals 10? Use the inverse operation. 10 times what equals 80? Hold up your boards at home. I see you. Josh has got it. Elena, thank you. Good job. Henrik, thank you. Cooper, looking at home. Thank you. Reese has it. Jensen, Ben, you're rocking it. Haley, looking good, Katie. Katie, can you unmute and tell us what 80 divided by what, how it equals 10?
Divide 8 equals 10.
80 divided by 8 equals 10. Excellent. If you counted by 10 till you got to 80, you would have gotten 8. Okay, now here's where I think 8 times 10 is 80, right? Or 80 divided by 10 is 8. Okay, that just has a different problem there. I was confused. Here's where it got tough. When we had to do a nines. A problem like this was hard. Is there anyone who could tell me how you would figure this out? I see Jensen has the right answer. Jensen, can you tell us how you would figure that out? Can you unmute and tell us how you got the answer?
So there's a trick where so the first one, the tens of the 6 is just 1 below the actual number.
Okay, so what did you get for your answer?
I got 7.
And you're right. So what would 10 times 7 be?
63.
So 10 times 7 would be 70, but if I took 7 away, I would get 63. I'm not sure how, if he did that, the tens trick. That was kind of hard for me to understand.
Well, actually, there is that trick that ending up the tens.
What he said.
The next one up is always the answer. So 72 divided by 9 is 8, because 8 is 1 more than 7.
Okay, so, and then, so he went back.
All of them.
He went backwards then.
Well,
Kind
it's
of,
just that
he went up.
Yeah.
If 10 times 9 is 70, is that what you're, no, what were you saying?
It's just a trick that when you're doing nines, the number that is multiplied by the 9, so the other factor is
Yes.
1 more than the 10th place.
Oh, so then he knew the 6.
Yes, but they're all like that. They're
So,
all
but how did he get the 3? He just knew then it would be
right.
in,
You don't have
he had to guess
6 plus
that.
3 equals 9.
So that's how you could do it. Excellent. Did anyone figure it out a different way? Sunny? So I don't know if you heard her, and I know it's backwards when I do it, so I'm gonna go backwards. Maybe this works, I don't know. But she kept going until she got 63 on her fingers, and it happened to be her 7th finger. So I was hoping that 9's trick would have helped you out with that. All right. 60, oh, if we know 9 times 7 is 63, what's 63? 63 divided by what equals 7? Microphone answer. 9. Excellent. Fact family. And then last but not least, you had a pattern to complete. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 times 10 equals 30. 4 times 10 equals 40. 5 times 10 equals 50. All right. Well done. So hopefully if you were a little confused, that helped. I also am hoping to show you one more 9's trick video before we start. So I'm going to stop sharing for just a minute until I can get that up for you. You cannot minimize when you are recording. Okay, so maybe I will share that. You'll watch me find it. It's not going to let me do it otherwise. So I found a bunch of 9's tricks, you guys, on here, and I think we'll watch another one. 9's tricks multiplication, right? Okay, so this is the one we're going to watch today. We've watched a couple. Now, we're going to watch a lot of these. Mrs. Harrison and I have decided the more we watch it, the better we're going to get. So here we go. Try it with your fingers.
Full-time kid with Maya. Hi, I'm Maya. Today's video is about hands. Your hands can help you do a lot of stuff, like say hi, high five, shake hands, and clean your room. I love cooking. And eat chocolate. But did you know your hands can help you multiply? I'm going to teach you a cool way to learn your 9 times. Put your hands in front of you with your palms facing like this. Your fingers represent the numbers 1 through 10. 1 is your left thumb, 10 is your right thumb. Now you're ready to do your 9 times tables. Let's see the question is 9 times 4. Count to the 4th finger and curl that finger under. Now we have 3 fingers up before that finger and 6 fingers up after it. So the answer is 36. Let's try 9 times 8. Put the 8th finger down so that you have 7 fingers up before the finger that you curled under, and 2 fingers afterwards. So the answer is 72. It works with all of your fingers. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 9 is 81. And 9 times 10 is 90. Cool, right? But my favorite thing to do with my hands is dance.
Okay. Well, that was fun. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get back to our lesson for today. That was our review. And like I said, I will have some of you retake that test. It will work with you a little bit more on that 9's trick. But today we are going to learn a new count by. Guess what it is? 3's. Today we are going to look for patterns in and practice our 3 count bys, multiplications and divisions. We want to be able to solve real world math problems involving these 3's. So be thinking about what comes in 3's. Because what in real life, why might we be trying to solve problems about? Here's your success criteria. You should know it. We're going to circle our groups of 3. We're going to write our multiplication and division equations to represent these equal groups. They have to be equal because remember multiplication's repeated addition. We're going to write addition equations. Actually, I'll do that for us. And then we're going to look for our patterns and practice our count bys. So what comes in 3s? Be thinking, what comes in 3s? Evie, one thing that you know comes in 3s. Yeah, glue sticks in 3s, right? Have you ever seen a little pack of 3 of glue sticks? Sure, what else? A tricycle has 3 wheels, because think of that prefix, tri. Tri means 3, T-R-I. Marin. Ooh, Hot Wheel cars come, the little Matchbox cars come in packs of 3. Excellent, Cooper. Oh, camera tripod, for sure. Boots and cats, I'm not sure what that means. Okay, Jensen.
Triplets.
Aha, I didn't think of triplets. I wish I would have thought of that for my picture. Good one. Ellie. Your 3 brothers. They're not triplets, but you have 3 brothers. Mrs. Harrison.
3 bears.
Ooh, the 3 little bears, or 3 little pigs.
Little bears, 3 little bears.
What are you thinking, August? Letters?
Yeah, like on the book.
Oh, okay. You could have a group of letters in groups of 3. Even our words like hat have 3 letters. And Cernay.
Those forks that have like 3 tongs.
Oh, okay. Interesting, like a spork. So most of these were mentioned, right? I heard about the tripod, the wheels on a tricycle, triangle. Okay, triangle has 3. So we're going to keep going. I know we could talk a lot more about that. So a lot of things come in 3s. Let's get our boards ready. Get your pens ready. I'm going to get mine ready as well. And let's keep your fingers crossed that my smart board is going to work. Oopsie. Here we go. And I don't see my ink. Why don't I see my ink? Maybe I'm just going to get lucky, guys. So get your pen. Count your first 3 squares. No, luck is not today. That's all right. You guys get started circling one group of 3. I'll get my ink up. And you go here. Can't seem, there we go. It's funny when I do it from Google, it works. I still don't see it. Where is it? It's not on there. All right, circling. Go ahead and circle. It's not going to work. It's not up. Try it real quick, and then I'm going to just go through Google Classroom. That's the better way. It's very picky.
Did you just call the computer education?
Carrie, no. I don't see it. That's what's bothering me. Oh boy. I love it. I love when it does it to me. And it's still not going to let me because there's no pen. Why? You know how usually it's up there. Right. I wonder if I open up the smart board.
Oh, is it?
You know, and just minimize it. Maybe that'll work.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try it.
Well, because usually you can highlight and do all kinds of other things.
Well, you know how I always have it there. It's not there
I mean, I
today.
can even highlight.
The only thing I did was change my password, and then I had to change everything else. So, okay. So do I need to be on that? Let's see. All right, kiddos, I'm trying to get my ink to work, and it is not wanting to, so if you can just be patient with me. We're gonna go for another minute to see if I can figure out where my smart ink is. All right, your first group is the Smart Technologies. We're gonna try one more time. Smart Ink. See if it wants to go now. No, it's just not coming up. Okay. All right, kids, so here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna see, I'm just gonna have to do this, I guess. It's okay. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna borrow this, sorry. So because this is not working for me right now, we are gonna go to the dock camera and I'm gonna show you what this looks like. And you guys would be really good at this because we've been doing our groups for a long time. So here's plan B. You should have gotten, for your first group, you should have gotten 3. Give me a thumbs up if you got 3. So that would be 3 equals 1 times 3, which is the same as 3, right? You don't have to write this part. Don't worry about writing this. I just want you to see that multiplication is repeated addition, right? Multiplication is repeated addition. Your second count by should be microphone answer. 3 plus 3 would be 6. So 6 equals 2 times 3. And again, I don't want you to write all these additions. Don't write those. You just need to write the multiplication. 3 equals 1 times 3. So don't worry about this equal sign. 6 equals 2 times 3. Because now we have 2 equal groups of 3. And I say equal because multiplication is repeated addition. Then we're going to look at your third group of 3. Notice you're counting 1, 2, 3 every time. And your third group of 3 would equal what, Elena? We've got 3, 6. What comes after 6, Elena?
9.
Excellent. 9 equals 3 groups of 3. So it's the same as saying 3 plus 3 plus 3. Now we're going to circle another group of 3. 1, 2, 3. Lucas.
12.
Okay, so guys, let me call on you because I called on Lucas and he didn't have a turn to answer. So Lucas, what would that be? Oh, I love that you gave me the whole equation. 12 is the product, right? These numbers here are our products. Here are the factors. And 12 equals 4 groups of 3. So the first factor is the number of groups. Your second factor is your count by. Today we're counting by 3s, things that come in 3s. So go ahead and circle another group of 3, and hopefully while I was having technical difficulties, you were getting these groups circled. The next group would be what, Gabe? After 12, we have 15 equals 5 times 3, which means that 5 groups of 3 is the same as saying 15. Here are the count bys so far. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We're counting by threes. A little trickier than 2s, 5s, and 10s. Probably not as tricky as 9s, right? That is the same thing as saying 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threes. Because multiplication is repeated addition. All right. Let's hear from Max. You look like you've got this. So one more group of 3. 1, 2, 3. What's it going to equal? 18 equals 6 times 3, which is the same as 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes. Excellent. Okay, who can do the next one? Ellie. 21, that is our 7th group of 3. 7 groups of 3 is 21. Or that means the same as 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 7 groups of 3. Henry, I see you. Go ahead, Henry. Can you unmute?
21.
You were right. 7 groups of 3 equals 21. That is our product. Thank you. Marin, if we circle another group of 3, 1, 2, 3, counting by threes, skip counting, what would I get? 24 equals 8 times 3, which is the same as 3 plus 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 3. You add 8 threes together to get 24. We only have 2 left. Who is willing? Sunny, I see your hand. Add 3 more to it. 1, 2, 3. What am I going to get? So 9 groups of 3 is the same as 27, which is really 3 plus 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 3. So 9 groups of 3 is 27. That's our next count by. And if we use the 9s trick, and Mrs. Harrison, do they see it backwards if I go like this?
No.
Okay.
That's the word.
3 times 9, I put my 3rd finger down. 27.
Perfect.
Excellent. And then we have one last one. Anybody at home ready to do the last count by? Do we have any volunteers? Let's see. How about
Haley's got her hand up.
Haley? Go for it.
3 times 10 equals 30.
Excellent. So that's the same as 10 threes if I add them all up. Or I could add 3 10s. That'd be a lot easier. And I'd get 30. Let's go ahead and say our products together. Say them with me. This is counting by threes. We're skip counting, right? Put up your finger as we say it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. You're just skip counting by threes. So if you guys can't figure out what 6 times 3 is, if you already know 5 times 3 is 15, couldn't you just add 3 more? 16, 17, 18. So when you're counting by threes, it's not like 9s. It's a little bit easier. So now we want to look for any patterns. When you talk about patterns today, I want you to use the word product and factors. So I want you to have your board. I'm going to ask that you work in a breakout group. I'm going to put you in breakout groups. I want you to orally, that means just by mouth, by speaking, share at least one pattern you notice in our multiplication equations through the products and factors of our threes with the people in your breakout room. And in my room, we're going to share with a neighbor, okay, with our masks on. So real quick, I think I've got to stop sharing. You should have your board. Just a minute, honey. and I'm gonna let you do it. You only have about a minute, and I don't see a chance to do breakout rooms. Okay, thank you. Mrs. Harrison's gonna put you in. And I'm gonna let you guys share the pattern. Normally we write it down. Today we're gonna just share orally what we notice. What do you notice about your count guys? Go for it. You do it because you have these divisions. You need like all of that. And you need to think of all of it. So we sharing what we notice. What do you notice? I'm gonna go back. Welcome back. I'm gonna pull out of the can. Let's hear one pattern from Abby's not here. Okay, how about Ryder's not here? Max, one pattern you and your partner noticed. The products count by not ones, threes. The products count by threes because they are our count by today. All right, let me pull out of the can. Nixon's not here. None of these people are doing math. Okay, let's do this. Marin. One factor is always 3 because that's our count by. So I'm going to go back to sharing our screen so we can see these patterns too that we are talking about. So she's saying we first heard from Max that the product counts by 3s, and then we heard that the second factor is always 3. And one more. How about somebody at home? What did you and your partners talk about in your breakout room? Ben, would you be willing to share? You don't have to. You can give me a thumbs down if you don't want to.
Well, we were talking, but some of my partners weren't really doing what they were supposed to do.
Did you notice a pattern?
Is this pattern? Sort of.
What is it?
So I copied from the thing that you're sharing right now, and I wrote 3 equals 1 times 3.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. You said Reese, Mrs. Harrison?
Yes.
Reese, can you share what you and your partners noticed?
So what I noticed is right here, counting by ones.
So the other factor, the first factor counts by ones because it's your group size. And we're increasing our group size every time. This is what she's talking about, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have another group. All right, let's go ahead and do the inverse operation. I'm going to have to squeeze it over here. You guys should have room. Let's get going. If we know 3 equals 1 times 3, then we know 3 divided by 3 equals 1. I'm going to get you going, and I want you to look for the pattern and continue. If we know 6 equals 2 times 3, we know 6 divided by 3 equals, microphone answer, 2. If you know 9 equals 3 times 3, we know 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Sorry about this since my board is not working. We're going to keep going. If 12 equals 4 times 3, then 12 divided by 3 must equal 4, okay? I'm going to let you get going on that. We've been doing this so much, you should be pretty good at it. Go ahead and see how many you can get done. I'm going to walk around and see how you're doing. Once you have your work done, hold up your board. So I want you to finish the division problems for these multiplications. You do not need to have the repeated addition there. If you have a question, let me know. Henry, did you have a question or are you okay? You okay?
A pattern I noticed is it goes odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Answer.
Oh, the product has a wonderful pattern. Thank you for sharing your thinking, Henry. If you didn't hear what he said, the product, the first product, the 3 is an odd number. The 6 is even. Can you break it into 2 fair shares, right? Can be divided between 2 people fairly. Then it's odd. 9 is odd. 12 is even. 15 is odd. 18 is even. 21 is odd. 24 is even. 27 is odd. And 30 is even. Excellent pattern. I love it. Hey, you should have all your divisions written. That's what you're doing. You're writing the divisions. I got it started. Finish them up. You should see the pattern.
Will you let my friends at home know that when they're finished, they should show me?
Yep, I will. I see Sunny's got it, looking good. I can tell who sees the pattern because it becomes real simple, doesn't it? Yeah. Hey, friends at home, hold up your board when you have your divisions, your equations written. Cooper.
Good job, Katie.
Good job, Haley.
Katie.
Katie, sorry, Katie. All right, Cooper, if I know 15 equals 5 times 3, then 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So I'm going to move these over a little so you can look for patterns. Hopefully you already saw a pattern and that's what's helping you. Okay, if 18 equals 6 times 3, Henrik, 18 divided by 3 equals what? Excellent. If 21 equals 7 times 3, August, then 21 divided by 3 equals, look up here. if 21 equals 7 groups of 3, then 21 divided by 3 equals, yeah, you're just doing the inverse, right? They're a fact family, they're related. Excellent. 24 equals 8 times 3. So Ellie, 24 what? Nicely done. If 27 equals 9 times 3, Angelique. (27) divided by 3 equals 9. And Marin, 30 equals 10 times 3, so. Excuse me. 30 divided by 3 equals 10. All right, who can remind me the name of the first number in your division equation? The big number. We called it the. Oh my gosh, good job. Let's say it in our deep voice. Dividend. This is our dividend. And then we also have a strong number here because it's pushing in, right, to that dividend. Divisor, divisor. And then we get a smaller number, and it's the answer to our division. It's called the quotient. I like that voice, quotient. As you share, now I want you to use these words to tell me what pattern you notice. Now, make sure, can we go into a breakout room again? Make sure you aren't just talking like Ben was saying, right? We want you to use those words, dividend, divisor, quotient, when you explain your pattern. Don't be shy at home. You guys got this. Okay, you guys are going to share. Use those words. What patterns do you notice with our division equations? I heard some good stuff from this group in the middle. Who would be willing to share? Elena. The quotient is counting by ones. I love how she knew her words, her vocabulary. Paxton. The divisor is always 3. Who can tell me about the dividend? Serne. You mean multiplication? So you're saying that the dividend is the product in a multiplication problem. That's a great thing to notice so that when you are trying to use the inverse operation to help you figure out an answer, that you remember that. Good job. And I want to go back to Henry. Now we could say that the dividend goes odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, right? Just like it did with the product. All right. We are going to quickly move on, and we talked about our patterns. Now you are going to turn to page, and I'm going to have to switch because my board's not working. It is page 46, and I'm going to give this back to August. Turn to page 46 in your workbook and get your pencil. Okay. Okay, so quickly, we are going to look at a shortcut for finding our threes. Just like we had a shortcut for our nines, there's a shortcut for our threes. So let's look at page 46, a 4 and a 6. I hear my name, yes?
Never mind, you just said what page it was on.
Okay, I could put it in the chat too. Thank you, Mrs. Harrison. Okay, so on page 46, we see a lot of things that come in threes, like the sides of a triangle, the wheels on a tricycle, and legs on tripods. So what we are going to think about, if I had 8 triangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I know that that's going to be 8 groups of 3. Go ahead and write that at the top. That's the same as saying 8 times 3. Maybe you don't know what 8 times 3 is, and counting 8 times by 3 seems a little overwhelming to you. Here's a trick that can help you. You can take 5 of those triangles, and I bet you already know what 5 times 3 is. Give me a thumbs up if you know what 5 times 3 is. We already know, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. What is 5 groups of, or 3 groups of 5, 5 groups of 3? What does that equal? We know 5 times 3 is 15. Why do we already know that? Why do we know that, Josh? But why do you know 3 times 5, 5 times 3? What have we already done? We've already done 5s. So we know that one. So we can use what we have us for our problem. So I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, what would the next one be? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. So if I do a shortcut, maybe I don't know what 8 times 3 is, but I sure know what 5 times 3 is. If I know 5 times 3 is 18, I can at least then only count 3 more. 18, 16, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. 8 times 3 equals 24. So let's try with 6 tricycles. Circle the 5 that are there. I don't know what 6 times 3 is. Maybe I don't know what this happens to be. Let's make 5 3. That's going to be 15. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. Right. 5 3 is 15. 3, 16, 1. So let's put 15 right more. 15, 16, 17. So 6 times 3. 18. This is called using the 5s shortcut for your 3s. Okay, now we have 7 tripods. Go ahead and circle your 5 tripods. How many legs are going to be on those 5 tripods? For 3 for each of them, but if there's 5, that's 5 groups of 3. Do we already know what 5 times 3 is? 15 legs there. We'll double check it. 3, count with me, 6, 9, 12, 15. Those are your count bys. You're counting by 3s. I can count the legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or I can say, I know 15. I know what 7 times 3 is. 5, 13. How many more 3s do I need? My fingers. How many more 3s do I need, Lucas? 2 more. Let's count 2 more 3s. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. So 7 groups of 3 would be 21. I hope you're following along with me. I hope the light bulb is going off. The 5 shortcut is really just about using what you know to figure out the unknown. So here's what you're going to do. On page 47, you have 3 problems. I want you to do these independently. Page 47 is the next page. Find the total by starting with the 5th count by and counting by 3s from there. It's exactly what we just did. How many sides are in 7 triangles? There are 5 sides here, 5 times 3. You're going to write that and then count on. So go ahead and do those 3. Give me a thumbs up if I'm clear. If you're not clear what to do, give me a thumbs down so I can do an example. I'm thinking you should know what to do, but if you don't, I want to help.
My friends are busy doing it. So
Okay, go for it. I think you got it. Evie, can I see that you're doing your work, please? Hi.
I've already finished.
Go write the equations then.
Okay.
If you have finished, add the equations. I want to see the equations. So for this one, it's 47. So this is 7 times 3 equals what? This is 9 times 3, and you've got 8 times 3. I want to know the answers. Show me your book, Mrs. Harrison. I'm going to go see you. Count the circle. Nice. You have the equation. Oh, try this equation again. That's not going to be 12. They're all never have to roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3. I hope you got 15 for the circles for all of them. Nice. Oh, wait. That one again. Good job. Good. We're so excited. Just don't forget the equation.
Hi, Mom.
Can I see your
I can see something.
Can I see your equation? I can't redo it. You can copy them, but I have them. Hey, looking good. Wow, Mrs. Harrison, I would say majority. Majority, I would say 2 or 3 were a little confused.
Katie's showing me and Reese.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Reese.
And Clara.
So guys, because I went around and looked and Mrs. Harrison checked yours, do a quick check. Everybody should have got 15. Finn, because this is 5 times 3. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you should have counted on 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 times 3 is, and then for 9 times 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 3. We got how much again? 15, using the 5 shortcut. We already know that. We're going to use it and then count on. Let's count by 3s. What comes after 15? 18, then 21. Boy, they're not as hard as I thought. When you have 9s first, 3s seem like nothing, don't they? All right, what do I write here? Microphone answer. Yep, because we have 5 tripods with 3 each. We already know 5 groups of 3, 3 groups of 5 is 15. Count on. What's next? Whoopsie, yep. Good thing you guys are thinking. 3 times 8 is 24. All right, give me a thumbs up if you got that. Nicely done. So let's just see what this looks like when we are doing a word problem. Let's look at the page 48. And we're going to try one of each. And Mrs. Harrison, I'll wrap it up. There's no exit ticket, but I'm going to do one of each. And then I have a quick song and we'll be good. And you'll be out of here. Don't worry. Okay. Spencer arranged his soccer trophies in 3 equal rows. If he has 12 trophies, how many trophies are in each row? Do I know my total? Yes or no? Yes. If I already have the total and I am arranging them into equal groups, is that multiplication or division? Show me on your fingers. We're getting better at this. I already have my total. I am not finding the total. Haley Calendar, is it multiplication or division? Show me on your fingers or unmute and tell me. Think about it again. Let me hear from Angelique. What is it? You showed me on your fingers. What is that? Excellent, Angelique. Division. So 12 is my big number. That's how many trophies Spencer has. He's arranging them into 3 equal rows. So we have to figure out how many 3s are in 12. I can draw a picture, 3 equal rows. So here's 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, but I got to fill them in to equal 12. So I'm just going to do 1 per row until I get to 12. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's my total, but my question is how many trophies are in each row? Look at your picture. What'd you get, Henrik? 4, and we're talking about trophies. I'm going to reflect. Spencer arranged his soccer trophies in 3 equal rows. He has 12 trophies. He put 4 trophies in each row. Would that work? If we multiplied, Haley, we would have gotten 36. If we multiplied, we would have got 36. Think if we reflected. Spencer arranged his soccer trophies in 3 equal rows. He only has 12 trophies, but there are 36 in each row? Could you have 36 in each row?
No.
He only has 12. Okay, we're moving quickly, I know.
I mentioned that a lot of my people put their label on their answer.
Yay! Don't forget to label. The label always comes after how many. After the words how many. That's how I remember. Okay, that's second one. How many sides, there's our unit, sides, do 8 triangles have all together? Keyword. So I'm picturing 8 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 triangles. I want to know how many sides we have all together. Am I going to multiply or am I going to divide? Show me on your fingers at home. Show me here in person. I'm looking for a total. I do not have the total. I'm repeating something again and again. Reese, can you unmute and tell us what it is? Or yes, please unmute.
It's multiplication because we need to find the total. We don't already have it.
Oh, I love this time of year when you guys start having light bulbs go off. You're right, we're multiplying. Do you know what the factors are? Eight times 3, right? Because triangle means 3 angles. Go ahead and figure it out. Count your sides. Use your 5 shortcut. Do you know what 5 times 3 is already? Yeah. If 5 times 3 is 15, count 3 more 3s. See if you can figure it out and label your unit. All right, I'm going to pull out of the can. Sunny Poe, did you figure? You don't have to know yet, but when you do know. Oh, she knows. She said 24, and what are we talking about? 24 sides, right, for our triangles. Well, at least you're thinking 3s, right? Perfect timing. Inside my bones. Electric baby. They're playing announcements, everyone. Got sunshine in my pocket. I don't know the words.
We all know we have that special pumpkin inside to make us happy. And inside your pocket right now is your radio. Make sure they're turned up and on so we can Happy birthday to Jackson Bennett in kindergarten.
Yay!
Fantastic day, Jackson.
Jackson Bennett in kindergarten is having a birthday. Shout out to Mrs. Malcolm, to her staff.
Now we need to put fourth grade in its place. Place of values, that is. Way to rock math today, fourth graders. And we have one more shout out to Kara Davis for letting someone use her computer charger. Good job, Kara. We'll see you all tomorrow and have a great night.
So you guys can get your supplies put together, and if you want to play it in your room while they get ready, you could. Or I'll just do one round of it. All right, guys. Adios. Show me how you're feeling as you go out about 3s. All right, my class, get out your student planners.